Hey Taurus, just fixing this a little bit. Okay, that's better. Hey, it's Amber here at Taurus Living. Hope you go very well. Welcome to your 2018 love reading, covering all the months from January through to December 2018. Apologies for not being in action visibly on YouTube for so long, but unfortunately life just gets in the way, and yeah, introducing these readings into my schedule was always going to be a bit of a let's see how it goes. So I just try and do my best for you. So I thought I'd give you at least a New Year's reading and try my best throughout the years, maybe do quarterly updates or as regular as I can. But yeah, I would like to give you your New Year's reading. I would like to say that for this year, the good news is that the overall energy for the year is the Five of Cups. Why did I keep saying Five of Coins? Interesting. Okay, so Five of Cups is in reverse. So the good news is that it looks like for this year, you will be letting go of any regrets and hopefully moving on emotionally. So you may have had some regrets in 2017, some things that maybe you wish you'd done differently. Maybe someone hurt you, maybe someone let you down, and that left you kind of feeling like you kind of lost out, and that you missed out on something, and just feeling like you got the short end of the stick, and just feeling like there's some sort of missed opportunity. It looks like for 2018 you will be finally letting go of that, and it looks like as it's the theme for the year, you'll be learning that. I think as a Taurus being quite a fixed energy, you'll be learning how to let go and how to forgive yourself, how to move on, and how to look to the future with regards to your love relationships. We have also got at the bottom of the deck the Four of Cups in reverse. So again, that tells me that there will be this opening up, this not so much, oh, if I can't have it this way, I don't want anything at all kind of energy. You're letting go of that. So it could be that you had an opportunity last year that maybe you didn't take advantage of, or didn't come to you, or didn't stick with you, or was taken away from you even, and you may have felt that's quite unfair, and not wanting to let go of that pain, not wanting to forgive maybe the other people that let you down, or forgive yourself for not taking advantage of the opportunity you wish that you had. So it looks like you're letting go of that this year. You're learning how to forgive yourself, move on, how you're learning all the negatives that really come with holding on to things. So it's really a great year to mature emotionally and learn how to let go and forgive yourself and others who don't meet your expectations or don't fulfill their promises. Such a mess on my bed, sorry. But okay, so the first month for January, we've got the Eight of Coins reversed. I don't usually read reversals, but I've started to take into account that there may be some meaning in them. So yeah, so for January, it looks like you will be giving up maybe on something that you were working quite hard on, maybe realising that in the month of January that you need to better focus your energies. You may feel like your energies are quite split amongst many, maybe. The Eight of Coins talks about focusing on one thing and developing one skill or one thing, achieving a goal. So if it's in reverse side, has to be interpreted as you maybe have been quite scattered. And maybe, you are maybe learning not to put all your eggs in one basket. Maybe you're learning not to kind of put everything into one thing without really realising its worth first. We then see you in February moving into the Star energy. So it looks like from this energy of evaluating what is of value, what is worth working for, what isn't worth working for. You now have a vision for the future come February, where you start to have a dream, have an idea of what you want, have some aspirations with regards to love and relationships. You may find that during the month of February, which is also the Aquarius month, that you meet in Aquarius with the Star card here. So yeah, you could definitely meet an Aquarius person. I don't feel that it will be I kind of feel like it may be more of a friendship. There's quite innocence here with the lady here. She's naked. It's quite innocence of energy. You may find that you form a friendship that has the potential for a relationship in the future. You might meet someone, you might meet an Aquarius that you think like, wow, I really do see like a future with this person, or I could see us being in a relationship together, or maybe you start to see people that spark, that give you that give you kind of an inspiration for the future. So you may meet someone that maybe isn't your total type, but you think that's the kind of person that I would like to be with, or that's the kind of relationship that I would like to have, or you start setting ideals. Basically, you start setting some goals. So when you don't have any goals in January really, or you have the intention to set a goal, but maybe not too sure what to kind of completely focus on, you seem to be getting more focus in February. And pertaining to a relationship, it looks like you do seem to either focus on more of a vision for a relationship in the future, or you meet an Aquarius or you meet a kind of innocent individual, maybe quite a open-minded kind of individual, who you see a future with. Yeah, and they come across quite innocent. And but they seem to inspire this thing in you where you see a future. Okay, so come March, we've got the Two of Swords reversed. So it looks like you'll be either making a decision, or allowing your emotions to come to the forefront, and not keep allowing your thoughts, negativity, negative experiences, doubts, etc. get in the way. It looks like your emotions are being allowed to rise to the surface, or a decision is finally being made. And I feel like a decision, get the word out. I feel like a decision is finally being made, where maybe you are choosing a path. You have figured out, it looks like, you may have come to a realization. It's like the Two of Swords also is about being honest with yourself as well. So it could be that you come to a realization of what your true feelings are, maybe towards this Aquarius person, or towards someone else, or towards how you generally feel about love and relationships. You do get some clarity, so that's good. Okay, so come April, where the Aries energy begins, we've got the Three of Cups. So it looks like you have decided to go out and enjoy yourself. So I think you are coming into the year single, or at least not committed to anyone, or being undecided about commitment. And then, as the months move on and we get into April, you do start to either bond with somebody with the Three of Cups here, or you start to go out more, start to bond with more people, start to put yourself out there again. I think there's a strong focus on friendships. If that's the case, you'd be kind of going out with friends, maybe having more light-hearted connections. You may decide for the first part of the year that you don't want to make any huge commitment, and that because you've got kind of an idea of your ideal relationship, or your ideal, you basically could be feeling like it's all or nothing. I'm not going to commit to anything unless it's exactly what I want. Unless it meets this ideal, I'm not going to put my energy or work on it. So you're being a lot more selective, I feel, and you're just kind of keeping friendship type relationships around, or if they are romantic, they're not very, very deep, although they could still be meaningful to an extent, but there's not like a full-on serious feeling about it. Okay, then come May, your birthday month, we've got the Six of Cups. This could mean someone from the past coming back to you, or this could mean that you do actually find someone while you are around April. You actually do find someone that you do truly connect with. And that you, again, this does talk of friendship again. I do get very friendship energy here. So you might find a very good friend at the beginning of the year that really does allow you to connect to your emotions, really allows you to feel free and not to feel too tied down. It looks like you don't want to be too tied down anyway here with the Eight of Pentacles. And you are going through some emotional kind of transitions this year, so it may be that you just don't really want anything too heavy while you kind of work through things and kind of these emotions start to well to the surface. You're trying to make sense of them. I don't think you're really wanting to, especially in the beginning of the part of the year, really wanting to make any serious commitments. Although you do feel, I think, love either blossoming or like a budding love is kind of, it's like budding, but again, it's a budding, it's very innocent, definitely more of a friendship. I think you are becoming friends with this person. Again, I do feel that they are an air sign with a strong water energy about them. So they're probably a mix of the two. They could be like a Aquarius sun, but then have, you know, their, I don't know, they're rising in Cancer or something, you know, something like that. And you really seem to connect. Again, like I was saying initially, it could be somebody from your past that comes back, maybe through friends, and you really kind of hit it off and you really kind of feel that connection again with them. You could feel quite undecided about this person. Like, I don't feel like you would be jumping straight into things with them, not at all. I don't think you're wanting to commit. I think you're weighing up. You're really kind of undecided this year. I think you're really kind of just not wanting to really make a full commitment at the first part of the year. But then we move into June. Move into the Gemini energy, and we have got the Magician card here, which is ruled by Mercury in the month of Gemini. That is your energy. So you really are kind of drawing on the energy of Gemini in the Gemini month of June. It looks like here that in the Magician card talks about empowerment and knowing that you basically are the cause to any effect in your life. And it looks like you maybe are not wanting to really have to do that. You're not, this is about will, exercising your will, you know, pushing your agenda, you know, making things happen, being the magician, pulling the rabbit out of the bag, like you make it happen. This being in reverse shows me that you don't really, either you don't believe that you have the ability to be the cause of the effect in your life. But again, this talks to me about non-commitment. It's like no action, no will, no desire, no pursuing, not putting any effort into it. You're just kind of, your whole game plan is probably just to sit back and let people come to you. That's your thing. So I think you're kind of getting more into your mind about things. You're kind of maybe being a bit more clever about things. You're thinking, you've got more of a game plan, I think, where I think you're realizing or maybe feeling that it might be best for you to kind of take a step back and allow things to come to you rather than you always chasing what you want. So it looks like you will be playing maybe a bit of mind games in the month of Gemini, or the month of June. And when I say mind games, it doesn't necessarily need to be negative, because ultimately even babies play mind games. They say babies flirt. You know, when I say mind games, like knowing how to manipulate a situation to get what you want out of it. So it looks like you are being quite, and because it's in reverse, it will say that it's quite covert, quite clever and unnoticeable, and it's not in your face. So I think you're keeping your cards close to your chest and you're playing the game, whatever the game is that's being played. Okay, so it seems to have a positive effect come the month of July, in the month of Leo, I believe. No, sorry, that'd be Cancer. Month of Cancer, we've got to focus on family. So it looks like the energies of the year really follow you, because we've even got like the 8 of Coins in the Capricorn month, and we've got Aquarius in the Aquarius month, and it's and that the emotions welling in the Pisces month. It's like definitely I think you're going with the flow this year, especially with the Magician card being in the reverse. I think you're going very much with the flow. You're very much, I think, in tune with the energies that are around you. And again, you're not putting in the effort with the Eight of Coins reverse and the Magician reverse. You're not putting in the effort. You're waiting to see what comes to you and you're acting accordingly. You're taking it very much in your stride. And it seems to pay off in the month of Cancer here with the Ten of Coins. Usually means some sort of success monetarily. You may find more security. You may find more security with your family. You might find yourself hanging out with your family more. Or you could, this could also bring in some sort of security in a relationship. Or you may realise that that is what you want. That you want the full hog. You want the full whack. You want the wife, the kids, and the dog. Or you want, the husband, the kids, and the dog. You want everything. You want the full 10. And that's the only thing that you're going to pursue. And I think that's what you're realising, is that that is what you want. You want the full 10, and you're not really going to put any effort in if you're not able to get the full 10 that you're after. So you come to that realisation. But I think definitely in the month of July, you'll be spending a lot of time with your family, maybe your children. Spending time at home as well. Again, this is very much about close-knit energies. Friendships are quite important this year. Family, the people that are your true loves, not your romantic loves. The people who are your true loves, your friends, your family, seem to be bringing in, I think, a lot of security for you this year. So in the month of August, we've got the Ten of Swords, which is quite a tricky energy. It isn't upright, so it looks like it's quite a big jump really from the Ten of Coins to the Ten of Swords, with all that security and happiness and success, whether that be financially or simply in relationships. To go to the Ten of Swords from that, it looks like there will be someone that maybe lets you down, or betrays you. Yeah, you may be betrayed this year, but it looks like, or let down in some way. Again, maybe you have taken a leap of faith for someone here. Maybe you have said, you know what, I really do believe in this feeling here that I'm having. And, a few months in, you decide to kind of let them take the lead and see how it goes. And then finally come, the Cancerian month of July, you say, okay, let's go ahead, let's make a commitment, let's move in together, let's do something. And then it turns out to maybe not what you expected, or this person may have promised more than they can deliver, or this person may change their mind, or you may change your mind. But either way, it's like a complete end. It's usually a complete end to a very bad situation anyway. But I can't see any negative situation kind of preluding it. So it could possibly just mean that some pain that you've experienced in the past, you're finally able to let go of. It's like the end of a depression. So this could be where the healing starts to come in, maybe with this friendship that you gain, and then the security that you gain. You are finally able to put an end to maybe some negative thinking that you had in the past. Maybe change the way that you've been thinking, because I see you here healing. So I'm thinking that this really is signifying the healing process. You've come to the final end of a very hard time in relationships, and I think hopefully now you're able to release it. But let's read through and see what else we get. Okay, so we've got the Two of Coins here in the month of September. So you'll be faced with a decision or weighing up the pros and cons possibly of a situation in terms of how much you value a particular thing. The Two of Coins also means kind of going with the flow as well, and learning how to not be such a stick in the mud and being a bit flexible, whilst also, you know, maintaining your true inner values or inner, you know, boundaries or rules and personal, you know, personal preferences, whilst at the same time going with the flow. So you are being asked here to kind of go with the flow. It looks like you will be doing that around about September. Again, that seems to be the energy for the year anyway. But you will definitely be doing a lot of that in September, where you'll be yeah, basically trying to juggle. It looks like possibly juggle two people, or juggle, you know, you could have more than one. I think you've got two paths possibly to choose here. And you know, one path could be to take a risk possibly with this new person that could have possibly come in, as that's a friendship. You could be thinking they'll want it to develop into something else, or do I not? So I think you're still trying to figure out if it will even fit into your life. So you're still very undecided about whether or not you want to make a commitment to this person or to someone, or you want to, you know, just do your own thing, focus on business, work, etc. So you're kind of really in the middle in September, where you're undecided still, but you're not letting go of any opportunity. You're still wanting both of those things in your life, but you're not making a commitment. Yeah, you're not making a commitment even in September. So it's a non-committal year. Although we see you here, like, you do want it. It is something that you want. I think it's a far-reaching dream that you have, to have a stable relationship. It is something that you want, and that becomes very apparent to you in July. But I don't think you found the right person yet. I think because possibly you're still letting go of some pain here, and that's what this is about. And the Five of Cups is about reverse. It's about letting go this year before you make any more commitments. So then we've got in Libra, we've got the Wheel of Fortune reverse. So again, this talks about someone possibly coming back in your life. I think that someone will be coming back. Again, like I said, there'll probably be swords or water energy. Yeah, it looks like they'll possibly be coming back, or you'll be going back on your, you know, you'll be going back on a decision that you made. You're gonna basically do a kind of 180, and revert back, possibly I think, to a past partner. And but you're still going to be undecided. I don't think you're going to go back, but it'll be like you're back and forth, it's up and down, it's in and out. I don't feel like it's stable. And I think this is probably from a friendship that you found earlier in the year, that develops as the year goes on. But you need to let go. You need to learn to let go before you're able to really fully manifest this relationship, or any relationship, I think, for 2018. Because I think this feeling of loss is going to constantly leave you in a feeling, a state of being unsure and not trusting things, you know. But this is still a good energy. I mean, it's a very lucky card, the Wheel of Fortune. So, and it is about lessons as well. It is about karma as well. So this is a kind of karmic lesson. This person coming into your life probably is a soulmate, where there are important lessons for both of you to learn within the relationship. And possibly it's got to do with you letting go and forgiving. So, so yeah, definitely work through that. Okay, so then in November we've got the Ten of Wands reversed. and December we've got the Seven of Coins reversed. So the Seven of Tens reversed, it looks like whatever you've been holding on to, you do finally let go of, which is great. There's nothing really more to say about that. You let go of it. It's a dead weight that you were holding on to it because I think you felt that it was all you had, maybe, or you were holding on to it because you had so much hopes. You may have felt like you had the power to turn things around. You have the power. You might have believed that you just did one more thing, or just did things this way or that way, you could make that change and bring this person back or make it work. But I think you've realised now that it was maybe only you fighting for it, and that it needs to be let go of. If the other person isn't also willing to fight for it as well, then it's just too much of a burden for you to take it all on your own shoulders. So it looks like you've decided to just let it go in November. Come December, again, I don't think you'll be willing. You'll be with the Seven of Coins. Again, it does talk about being indecisive, but with it being in reverse, it means that you finally made a decision. Again, it's about the coins. We start with the coins and we end with the coin. I think it's basically saying that you do finally learn to learn what is valuable to you. You know exactly what you're going to invest in going forward. So I think come 2019, although it's a little while away, I feel that you will be in a much better position and know exactly what you want and know exactly what's worth fighting for, what's not worth fighting for, what's worth holding on to, that you've been holding. Phone call. Okay, so I was just saying that, yeah, I do believe that come 2019 you will be in a position where you'll know exactly what's worth fighting for, what's worth investing in and what's not worth investing in. This year you're going to be focusing on letting go of what's not worth fighting for anymore, what's not worth holding on to anymore, and being more focused on some bigger dreams. And I think even right at the beginning of the year you start that journey, and it's just dealing with the emotions that come up, sticking with friends will be helpful for you this year. It looks like you're going to find love through friends as well. If you do find someone, like I said, it might be very light-hearted this year, although you still, even though it's light-hearted, you still know that really what you want is this, full-on 10 out of 10 kind of relationship, which is actually kind of expected for Taurus. Taurus are quite, it's quite a fixed earth sign, so it was, go figure, you'd want a secure relationship that stands the test of time, and that's what you want. And I think that's what you're going to be willing to invest in. I think maybe you in the past believed that what you were investing in before was long term, or that the people that you invested in would always be around, and maybe they aren't. This could very well be, this whole row here could be your ex. This could be someone that you see that possibly is in a relationship and you just feel quite let down because of it. It could work out that way as well, Taurus. Sorry to put that negative spin on it, but it could go that way with these two cards. But either way, it looks like this person may come back anyway, and you're kind of left having to decide. But it looks like you're like, no, you know what? I've had enough. I can't even deal with this. It's not even worth my effort. Why am I even investing in this? Let me move on. And it looks like that's what you do. So you're learning to let go this year. To someone maybe who's been hanging around for a little while. Or you're letting go of the kind of energy that's non-committal or isn't worth investing in. So Taurus, this is for January. Sorry, Taurus is 2018. Not reading. Imagine, put that by the star card. Deep knowing and thinker. Okay, the base of the deck. we've got to be fair. So I think to be fair is about, it reminds me of the Justice card as well. It's about being honest, being fair to yourself, being fair to the situation, forgiving yourself, not judging yourself too harshly, not judging the other person too harshly, you know, but just forgiving and letting go. Yeah. So I think this is about imagining what is worth working towards. I think we've discussed that enough throughout the reading. Deep knowing, this is about you knowing what you really want. I think that's why it's come out by the Ten of Coins here. I think what you really want is a long-term relationship that you can invest in. The Thinker, this has come out by the Ten of Swords, so I think this is about you, you know, not overthinking anymore. Really maybe being a bit more constructive in the way that you're thinking, rather than allowing your thinking to bring you into kind of a lower energy state. I think it's talking about using your thoughts constructively, and not overthinking to the point where you kind of, it's overkill, and you find yourself depressed or feeling very defeated. Don't overthink it. And if you do think constructively. So again, this is maybe where friends and family might come in to help you. If you need to speak to somebody or kind of correct your thinking, or just take some time out in nature, you know. That's probably the best advice for a Taurus. But yeah, I think that this year is definitely a contemplation year, where you're thinking about letting go of things and what you really want. I'm going to pull some cards from the American Love Oracle deck for Taurus 2018. Okay, so so this year you're basically not in your emotions. You're like, yeah, I'm not in my emotions this year. I'm the Ice King. I'm just having fun, not too much commitment, lots of passion, and it will be short term. So you're not investing in things this year. You're not investing in relationships. At the bottom of the deck, you have got money. Your focus will be on money this year. And maybe, you know, maybe realising that, you know, long-term relationships do cost money. You know, if you want to move in together, you want to do things together, you know, it costs money. So it looks like you're kind of maybe planning more for the future, so you can be more focused on your finances this year and your career and developing that, whilst having kind of short-term passionate flings maybe, or passionate kind of liaisons, or short-term maybe, you know, a few months rather than a few years kind of connections. So yeah, that's what your year is looking like. Hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. That'd be great. If you'd like your own reading, please do email me at symbolsforliving@gmail.com. I offer a variety of readings and spreads. Also, if you do like the design that we designed specially for Taurians, please do check out my Etsy shop, where you can get your own postcard. It's got your description on the back too, so yeah, they're pretty cool. They're great for birthdays. And there's lots of other stuff there as well, so please do take a visit. Otherwise, take very good care. I'll speak to you throughout the year. Bye.